You can start the meeting and I eat my fruits.
Awesome. So, yeah, welcome everyone to this marketing working group call, as always on Tuesdays. And yeah, we are having an agenda. It's a short agenda, but I think it's a little bit rich. So, we may be like discussing some things, exchanging some ideas on how we can work all of this stuff. So first, we are already working with Ninja Promo, as you know, and we already have set some things going, and we they have sent us this Trello where we are having all these posts already worked. We are trying some of them as some are already posted, like this poll where we were talking about like what should be token gated, and we in fact had some feedback on Farcaster around this poll. And considering that there was like rephrasing on the content, here is the poll. Where is it? Just a moment. So here was our poll. This is on X, and we had like 11 votes. It's not too bad. But obviously, it would be best to have more. But we had 396 visualizations, so I think this went like somehow. Yeah, on light mode. Yeah, I use it because on dark mode I am like lost. It's too dark for me. So yeah, this would be like the first one of the first posts, as well as this one, which gives all the numbers, unlock numbers, and shows our growth, which is pretty good, I must say. We have been having some engagement. Would be best to have some comments, but I think we are kind of getting better on this. So these were the first post on X, and let's see, where is it? Should be here. So then on LinkedIn, we've had this post already shared. This um, as a carousel, why unlock, and I think has worked pretty good. We are already having some engagements, some comments. So please go ahead and share those posts, comment, like them, and everything that you know works. Then also we had, I think this was the first post, Ninja Promo post on LinkedIn. Um, yeah. Yes, this was the first post.
I think maybe Jonathan wasn't aware that there were others to be done before, so maybe tell him that he puts them like into the cracks, I think.
Yeah.
Because Ninja Promo is not suggesting, if you go back to Trello to the calendar view, I think they're suggesting posts for like every second day, right? Mm-hmm. And not over the weekend. So maybe, no, it's stuff that he can post on another day. I think that would be good. All right. Welcome, Durgadas.
Hi,
Hi,
Durgabas. Welcome.
Durgabas. Welcome.
Yes, definitely.
Yes, definitely.
They
These
have
these
these
dates these
suggested
dates
for
suggested
posting.
for posting.
So yeah,
So
I
yeah,
will
I
remind
will
him
remind
about
him
this.
about this.
Obviously, the
Obviously, the
poll, for
poll, for
example,
example,
wasn't
wasn't
like
like
considered
considered
for
for all
all the
the
socials,
socials,
but
but
definitely it
definitely
was
it was
for
for
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn.
So
So
it's
it's
already a
already a
content that
content that
he
he
can
can
post.
post.
Awesome.
Awesome.
Maybe
Maybe
do
do
you
you
have
have
any
any
comments,
comments,
suggestions?
suggestions?
Have
Have
you
you
seen
seen
those
those
posts?
posts?
Do you
Do you
have
have
any
any
feedback?
feedback?
I
I
was
was
already
already
doing
doing
some
some
assessment,
assessment,
but
but
I
I
would
would
like
like
to
to
hear
hear
first
first
yours
yours
and
and
then
then
share
share
mine.
mine.
Yes,
Yes,
go
go
ahead,
ahead,
Stella.
Stella.
Yeah, I think I so far I really like it because there is a learning in that. The learning is that we can technically absolutely do this by ourselves. I think there are two, I think, crucial elements needed to get this done. One is I think that we do have a calendar like this one. It does help, so we can absolutely recreate what they have there on Charmbers. I think it would good to have a social media posting calendar like this because it keeps me organized. But it would be good, like for example, if this would be falling under your jurisdiction, you essentially tell us for the most part, not for the entire part, what we have to post. So, for example, I think like just having some keywords, right, and an image in there can really help. It doesn't really require to write out a full post. So you as a platform manager, so for example, me for Forecaster, right, I can totally adapt this. Like I can free write and just like get it right for the platform, I think. But having like a calendar with like indicated topics or themes every second day, I think that's something we can actually do from our end. I don't think that will completely overwhelm our infrastructure. I think that's a learning. The other part is that while this is all on brand, and I think they're doing a really good job with keeping it on brands, I'm really happy about this from a designer point of view. Um, I do think it's not overly creative, right? So I think the personal elements and the fun elements, the observational elements, I think they need to come from individual platform managers either way, right? Or from like the collective of people who are posting and creating content. Because me too, like, after this first disaster post on Forecaster that I did not adapt because I was like, oh, maybe I should just leave it the way it is. I realized like it's really needed to sprinkle some like personal moments in between and make the project look more personal instead of just because if we just keep pushing these type of posts, it will make us look very abstract. It will not make us look like a community, right? So I feel it's important, like if this is every second day, post some personable stuff in between, some fun stuff, some funny bits, whatever, right? But something that actually like has some stickiness, right? Because this stuff, it's good, it needs to be there. We also agreed on this, right? With the content pillars, we need these kind of things, but they can't be all that there is. Came in last night. It's an email marketing op with Open Campus Nusa an hour. Yeah, okay. Wait, this is the DAO call. Are you sure you're on the right call for this? Don't you want to keep this for the DAO call? Oh, this is why. Okay. I mean, ask Ceci, but I think it's okay. Anyway, this is my
Yes,
whole
no
comment.
worries. Yes, no worries, Kara. No, thank you for joining, and yeah, definitely, no
No
worries.
worries.
Um,
Um,
no,
no,
no
no
worries,
worries,
no
no
worries.
worries.
So,
So,
yeah,
yeah,
I
I
agree.
agree.
I
I
agree.
agree.
At some
At some
extent,
extent, I'm
I think we may need to like guide them on, because I think that what they haven't done is like identified what is our tone on every social, because we have been like using different tones on every social because of audience, because of many things. And obviously, yeah, having this post is good, like the content is already done, but definitely adjusting it is a time that we are spending on that. So would be best to have like a post adjusted to our tones that we already are using. But I was thinking if this is the route that we are going to do, and like suggest them to adjust on that, or just if we are just going to take this content and adjust it ourselves.
I think adjusting ourselves, because it's also about audience. I think they clearly don't know much about Farcaster because probably they have never spent a minute on there, nor about TikTok, right? So, for example, TikTok, if you make a carousel, a photo post, TikTok actually incentivizes you to have a really long description for it. The more you write, the more visibility your post will actually get. But they kept it like really short, like it would be a video post, right? So I think they're not maybe so much on TikTok themselves or Farcaster. Farcaster has a huge developer community, right? If you start sounding very corporate, it well, it will not give us any good light, right? It will actually throw shade on us.
Yeah,
So this
correct.
is why I have adjusted the tone of voice there, right? Because as a they don't want and don't need corporations on there. And honestly, we are not a corporation anyways, right? We're a DAO. So I think we should sound more DAO-y in a way. But I don't know if they understand what this means, right? What I've also had good experience with is after posting on Farcaster, making like a quote repost and adding even like more personality to it. It seems to also get some more traction. So yeah, well, just my POV.
Yeah. Like resharing it from accounts, from personal accounts is good. Yeah, it definitely gives us like more visibility, or like people are looking to us that should not necessarily the audience that we already have. We would be pointing to that, and there would be like a new discovery audience that would discover us. So yeah, agree. Okay, so then we will be adjusting these tones to what we are already working. But okay, so this is what we have been working with Ninja Promo. Also, Helge, which is our project manager on at Ninja Promo, he has been working this past week on our Google Analytics page, and yeah, we were coordinating with Julian, and I think is already seeing some things. There are some new tags like this: targeted meeting, how to set up gas. These are things that we didn't have before, which is good. Now we will be able to see what is something that people are looking better, or doing clicks and things. Obviously, right now this is not going like too much. This has been set up yesterday, so should be repopulating data on these days. But it is already showing some things, some like this, no? The state of unlock, what has been having visits lately, this we haven't had before, as well as this also. Yeah, we didn't have very much detail on the events going on in our page. So I think we will see some data populating this on the coming days. But I think it's working better. So yeah, those would be our updates on Ninja Promo. Maybe if you have any suggestions, would be nice to hear you. All good. Great. Okay, so yeah, then moving on. Let me check. Yeah, so Will had some comments last week about the Chambers Rewards program that he wanted to share, and that would be aligned with our social media content strategy. So please, Will, come up to stage and share us what you have.
Oh, thank you so much for the invite. I appreciate it. You guys can hear me okay, yeah?
All good.
Okay, speaking of Charmverse, we upgraded to the silver plan, yeah?
Yes, correct, correct.
Okay, we may want to double check the original invites because from my own experience with KF Media, all the previous invites got archived automatically, and you have to either unarchive them or delete them depending. So we may want to double check that if that's not already put in place. Okay. Also, based on the way that unlock, um, like between Arbitrum and base, right? Those are all those things that control things within the unlock universe. Are smart contract based, is my understanding. So that's not going to work for Chambers. However, there is a workaround. Okay. So we can use the same standalone wallet that we used for the Unlock Guild. Currently, I have the private key, but I can put it in a secure file storage for the DAO to where anybody can pick up that private key at any time and add it to their wallet solution of choice and effectuate that. Now, what has to happen with this wallet is that it has to, one, uh, be in Charmverse as a profile, and then two, it has to be added as an admin. But that is the workaround to where we can deploy the EAS certificate and the reward distribution of whatever we deem it based on, the content strategy that's already been put forth in terms of UP tokens. The only thing we need to do, from my perspective, is load that wallet with the sufficient balance of up tokens in order to effectuate the rewards mechanisms. So if that's a tally proposal, that we fund that wallet based on that, so be it, right? But that is the best solution that I've come up with today. And I discovered this particular process that needs to be effectuated to distribute rewards and EAS certificates through Charmverse that Charmverse was not even aware of. So I provided the solution to them so they can provide it to other members of their community and users that are looking to do similar functionality.
Thank you, Will. Yeah, I
Thoughts,
think we
comments, and
would.
feedback. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. I think we would need like to really understand how this is going to work. I'm still learning many
I
things
can
from
create a
Chambers.
loom. I can create a loom for you.
Yes, 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 please. That would be awesome. Yeah, so we don't get lost on this and we can take advantage on these setups. That sounds really good. Yeah, agree with Kara.
right, so now that we have an agreed upon solution for how to effectuate this, I will create the loom, and I will be as detailed as possible. It may or may not be today. Understand, I'm working on 19 and a half hours of awake time right now. So, yeah, I may not even
Wow.
make the DAO call. We'll see. We'll see how that goes.
Okay, good.
Sounds fair enough. Will, I was also asking in the chat if you could just summarize it, but Loom is obviously even better. And then, like, I will try and figure out like how we can make this work. But I assume it will have to be a tally proposal to fund that wallet, and maybe even a tally proposal to identify that wallet. That could be even another step, and the people in charge of that wallet. So yeah, a little bit of both. But either way, sounds good.
Awesome. Okay. So now, some updates on what we have been working on. We just had a call with Giveth around a potential collaboration with them. They contacted us on DMs on X and wanted to check like what synergies there could be with our community and how this could work with them. And it was a great call. We were with Yuger. I forget. I forgot his name. Yuger. But he's a really nice guy. He explained us how now Giveth is working to be the lead QF rounds organizer, and yeah, they are taking charge of many things, and definitely they are offering um, very much exposure to what they already have as followers and social media influential strategy too. So it's nice, but I think we will need to work around like numbers if we are going to work on that direction. Let's share a little bit of what they have shared. Just a moment. Sure. Okay. So this one. So this is the deck they have shared. Basically, obviously, explaining what they have done and how they have been evolving on social media. Basically, as a KOL marketing strategy that they would be offering. And it's interesting. And then these are the packages that they have, and if we would be doing like a marketing collaboration with them, we would need to work on one of these packages. And maybe we can see here a little bit more like a comparison of packages that they are offering. In these two cases, the round that would be set up would be a shared round. This would mean with another protocol or maybe chain or something like that, that would be working with us on a round, which I think it would be the best, because we could be collaborating on both sides, not only Giveth, but also the other partner. And obviously, in these cases, for the heroic package, I think, and this is something that I am going to ask Yoga, is they say that this is only for a nomination project, which I'm really not sure if I am understanding correctly, because this would be like one project, and in this other case would be multiple projects. So would this mean that people would be applying to our round and we would be like accepting projects, or how would this work? So this is something that I am having already some questions. But yeah, maybe this is something that also you would like to get to know. Yes, Will, go ahead.
So my understanding is that we would come alongside Giveth as a fund manager for a new QF round. I think we can also ask Durgados how that went from the Octant perspective, since he's heavily involved in Octant, if he'd like to share his feedback on that. And that would help us make a more intelligent strategic decision.
Can you repeat that, please? Because I think I missed
the QF that Octant did with Giveth. How did that go? Any feedback, any lessons learned that you want to share on that?
I don't think I was involved in that, so
okay, no worries. That's fair.
I can't really give you feedback on that, just because that was kind of run by like Michelle and James. So.
Okay. Well, we could reach out to our colleagues and partners over at Octant and see how that kind of went for them.
Yeah.
Before we make any final decision.
Yeah, maybe I can just ask James in the chat, see like how his feedback is. But I think it's actually it's a good idea to get like secondary feedback and see how it went for them. Generally, I'm always a little bit skeptical, but I guess you already know that, so no surprise. I think Jaeger seems like a great guy. I just never know if, the deck and the final outcome actually align with each other. Because the deck looks really good. It looks very promising. They do have big channels, right, that we lack. But there's, for example, just a very basic question. People who are subscribed, are they also grant givers? Are they also grant takers? Do they have the bandwidth to listen to more newsletters about Gibbies? I don't know, right? Because the world's crazy right now, so it could be, but it also just could not be. But yeah, it's a good idea. I will reach out to James and ask him.
And the other thing too is they have their AMA tomorrow. Giveth does. And they basically say they're open book, open forum for those calls. So we could definitely field those questions there if it's the proper format as well.
Awesome. Yeah, thank you, Will. This is definitely something that we need. And yeah, taking all the feedback that we can from other partners that have already worked with Giveth, that would be awesome. And but yeah, let's check on every side. Something that I was thinking about is if we would be doing something like this with Giveth, we would need to pointing on the direction maybe of communities that are already working with Unlock, or that are willing to work with Unlock as a ticketing system, as a certification system, as a membership system. So that would be, I think, the point on doing something like this. But yeah, it would be good to have like how much impact do those rounds have helped other partners. I know, for example, that ENS has already worked with Giveth on a round, so it would be good to know like what impact has been done about that round through ENS, for example. if that could be a really good feedback, then that could be also like a green light for us that we can explore. But yeah, let's try to get as much feedback as we can from uh, any other partners that has have already worked with Given. Awesome, thank you. Yeah, so let me see. I think this would be on agenda. Yeah, those are the points that we were covering today on the agenda. Just a reminder that we already have a proposal on Tally that you would like to give it a look. Sorry, just a moment here. There we go. So we have two proposals active on Tally. This one in particular is very related to marketing because we are exploring tools that could help us on community engagement to enhance it in our server. And this proposal has came from some people that has been working this bot, and this open source, and we could try it like free, so we can experiment with that in a freemium, and see how it works, and also like make some engagement activities like on the onboarding process, or things that we can have like specific activities that we need people to take a look, and the bot could highlight them for them in the server. So please check that out. Let's share this link here so you can take into consideration. And well, the other proposal, I think we are going to check it out in the DAO call. So, but if you have any time to check it out, please do it. It's a renewal role for finance and resources. And yeah, that would be it from my side. Maybe do you have any points, anything that you would like to discuss, take into consideration in this call? Open mic from now on. Yeah, Stella, please go on.
No, actually, Kara first, and then me, because I will build up on whatever Kara has to say.
Yes, please. Hi, everybody. Thanks for your patience. It feels good to be back in the marketing call. It's been a minute. And now we're live, so it feels like, okay, I have some things I want to share authentically. and this is just how it goes. Transparency in Web3, right? So I guess for the world to hear. So I wanted to drop in.
But also, Kara, no one is watching. Like, I have to scream out, no one is watching. It just, honestly, it just saves me a working step to live stream instead of record and upload. But no one is watching.
But they might in the future. They might watch all of our replays because it's so fascinating. But okay, so well, this actually came through yesterday, and so let's see. There's a few things, but basically, we went through the Open Campus Accelerator. Then I heard, like we all heard. I heard a month before everybody else because I really was. I just was following up about things and kind of upset because they didn't respond to us about the grant program thing. And then, as it turns out, if you haven't heard CC and others, they basically had us all 11 companies go through their accelerator program, do a ton of work and effort showing up, and literally asked us for our entire financial model incorporation docs. We had to upload, like, I've never had, like, it was like you were going for a funding round, to that level after a 6-week intensive accelerator. Then we were supposed to wait 2 to 4 weeks to hear, if we got the grant funding. And it went on and on and on. And then it was like 3 months, and people were getting really upset. And then they sent an email to all the grantees saying, sorry, we've decided post-program to pull out all grant funding. There's no one's going to get a grant, and even retracting the grants from their existing grantees. So it was like shocking. I've been shocked a few times in this industry. I'm sure we all have, but that was something I felt like, I can't believe. But they were even saying like, well, we didn't sign contracts with you. I was like, yeah, but just like ethically, so now they're doing like equity rounds, and supposedly, as an education DAO, they're like a VC now. So whatever, but it's kind of like the open education model went completely the opposite direction. And on top of it, we were trying to basically integrate their open campus digital IDs. It's like a .edu digital ID, and ran into technical issues, couldn't get a hold of their tech team. And we have a solid developer. He couldn't figure it out. There's bugs in their SDK. And then Huddle 01, same thing. They were trying to integrate EDU after my suggestion that they might be interested. And then they had technical challenges too. And the funny thing is, this is one of their digital ID claims is literally one of their core funding models. If you're supposed to integrate it and then receive grants based on, how many digital ID claims you get, but people can't even integrate it. So I was like, so I had a call with the founder last week. And basically, I also kind of took feedback from the entire group, and this is a little long-winded, but he just said, he was like very blank. He was, obviously they're not doing well as an organization, right? So they're having to like majorly pull back, and he's like, we're going to run out of our token and everything. So they hadn't figured out their model, but and then I said, okay, well, we're initiating this Grow Edge accelerator program. If Kitty wants to co-lead a module with Stella and Daria from Unlock on digital IDs, if you guys are willing to I suggested supporting your grantees and becoming more revenue and metrics driven within our program. And anyway, they got back to me last night and they said, there's no funding support for anything, and unless we're doing an equity round, which we're not. And then they also said then, but Kitty could participate in the module. And they said that they would basically announce the Grow Edge program to their email newsletter list, which has 1 million subscribers and 140 education cohort companies. So, I'm just like, we're taking off the EDU from our CU platform. We're not going to do anything with that. I don't want them to teach anything about digital IDs if their own doesn't even work. So the only thing that would be like, would it be beneficial for us to test some, marketing potential with an education-driven newsletter and invite Kitty to co-lead it, and she can just talk about a few things around incentivized learning while you guys do a demo on certifications. If you guys are interested, we could do like a UTM code. I wanted to ask CC for maybe a UTM code so we can track like clicks, and we could announce like unlock certifications and do a little CTA blurb. So that's the whole thing there.
Okay, wait, I'm just gonna interrupt right now, okay? Because this is really important, right? I'm actually really happy now we're live streaming this shit. Because so Kitty got back to me finally after months of radio silence on June 5th. I haven't replied to her yet because I didn't even share this with Stacey because I was really confused about that type of communication, right? Like first you get on a call, you're being like very, like, I want to say even like putting pressure on the fact of you want like us to participate. I handed in everything for the accelerator, right? And I never, ever got feedback about it. This was like 4 months ago, right? So I just think, are these really people we want to be associated with? are these really people we can trust? Because I was actually about to write her back today, and I started with "Good morning, Kitty. Indeed, long time no hear. I wish you could have gotten back sooner, to be honest, with you, because radio silence is usually not a great sign, especially in our space, and doesn't necessarily instill trust." That's my first sentence, right? I'm German. I'm like point blank, okay? Because this space can be so fragile when it comes to building up reputation. And in all honesty, I don't give a fucking rat's ass, excuse my language, if they had 50 million people on their newsletter. Because if this is how they do business with partners, then what else is lurking around the next corner, right? And reputation in Web3, I don't think I need to tell you guys, it can be destroyed in seconds. One wrong turn, and you will be associated with something you never intended to be associated with. And I'm a lioness in this sense. I'm going to protect my own project as much, against these kind of things than I would do with Unlock. So I really, Kara, I understand the temptation behind it, but I would suggest, unless anyone in here opposes, that we don't enter a collaboration with them, because I don't feel that's trustworthy business practices. Happy to hear other input, but Kara, really, if you're doing this, be very, very cautious, because your project is still very young, right?
Yeah.
And you don't want to be stumped in the first year of existence, in a way, right? That's what you want to avoid by all means. So be careful about this. Anyway, happy to hear a commentary.
Thanks, Stella. I appreciate your steadfastness to ethics as well, because it is a little tempting, but this was actually through this, I was like, you know what, Elena, our co-founder, I was like, she's working on a trust pilot for Web3. We're going to do a user feedback trust pilot that also pulls in on-chain data, and people can share the experiences, because it's so many of these types of things. This is one of the worst. But I know they think they can just sweep it under the rug and no one's going to hear about it because we're these small little organizations, and it's like, that's not cool. So we'll use that tool as a feedback loop. But yeah, Will, do you have any thoughts, or CC?
Oh yeah, if Will doesn't have any comments yet, I'm really surprised about this kind of behavior on how the whole program evolved, because it should have been much more not only organized but also very clean in the communications channels. So yeah, I think as Stella said, it's very not clear how that kind of partnership would work. So I think it wouldn't be a good partnership to get involved. So yeah, I would rather see it from far away distance, because we really don't know how they are going to be working. And that's something that in a partnership you need to have a clear communication channel with the partner, and have all the things really clear, and I don't know, a fast communication, and all that. So yeah, would really also recommend you to assess it very well with your team, and how this could be really for the good on your project. Because I think you are working so hard, and I wouldn't like you to get like bumped because of this kind of behavior from a
Thank you.
partner.
I appreciate that. We're setting our boundaries over here. I appreciate it.
Yeah, actually, you motivated me to finish the message towards Kitty. So quickly, sharing this with you before sending it out. Good morning, Kitty. Indeed, long time no hear. I wish you could have gotten back sooner. Radio silence is usually not a great sign, especially in our space, and doesn't necessarily instill trust. I hope from now on, whatever comes up, you will keep communication channels open. That said, I just relayed your message in a DAO sub-meeting for marketing, but I do not believe with how the past few months went, we want to engage in a partnership with you right now. We also do not seek investment right now. Our digital-only world requires more trust and resilience than most other industries. Communication is one of those key elements. I wish you much success with your program's best, Stella.
Nice, Stella.
Yeah.
And
All right,
okay.
they're gonna get the email from me soon after. We'll close the loop. I'm sorry, you guys. I didn't mean. It's like it sucks, you know. I brought you guys into the loop here, but this is just how it goes.
It's so hard because they dangle literally a carrot in front of you, and they're like, yeah, I could use more exposure. And of course, Unlock could use more exposure, right? But like, is this exposure even real? Do you know
True.
how many people on this email list are real? Like, I don't have the trust anymore to believe in that, right? And
Totally.
you know, people keep underestimating this, especially because we're digital only. We need to trust each other, especially because we build trustless systems. When we work together, we actually do need to trust each other, right? So
Totally.
it's just like, I don't understand why this isn't more obvious to some people.
This is why I'm modeling almost everything we're doing off of Unlock and what you guys are doing there, because you have such solid, you know, I mean, it's just a solid foundation and solid ethics and trust, you know, and this is how it starts. So I appreciate you guys. I'm really learning a lot from being around you, and we're doing well.
Thank you. Will, you still have your hands up? Do you want to share something?
Well, you made the call for the open discussion. Just curious how the huddle campaign is going.
Oh, really good. Let me show you some Unlock state.
It keeps doing
And
good.
this is,
maybe we should.
and this is specific to Arbitrum, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, right now it's specific to Arbitrum, but I have already talked with him, and he's willing to go into some other chains. He's really open to go with other communities and more chains. I'm sorry because I haven't set the call with you and him. I've been like struggling with some time from my side, so apologies about that. But I am going to set up this group on Telegram with him and you, so you can start sharing like what chains you usually use, and maybe to get on board with some other communities. I think Refi could be a really good place for them to start experimenting with Halo, as it is free, and obviously those kind of projects really need these kind of tools, and then definitely they can benefit better with that. So yeah, that would be from my side. Yeah, and this was the growth in the last month. Where this is like really huge. If we take out these two, because this is base, these are the chains that would be good to explore any kind of synergies. And yeah. Yes, please.
Yeah, I just wanted to quickly add, because I have a hard cut. Thanks to Ceci also, we cleaned up the Charmverse yesterday. We gave it not a makeover, but literally just emptied out the stuff that's not needed anymore, right? Archived some stuff and so on and so forth. Streamlined, hopefully, the experience. I also discovered 2 bugs that are hopefully being fixed as we're speaking of them. And I'm developing, like, hopefully, a template system for now that can be used for creating the social media content and, like, essentially being able to track it. I know we will have something much better eventually, but we need to start somewhere. So this is where I'm investing a little bit of time in this week, and maybe even the reward system can build up on it. Will, I don't know, maybe you guys actually created these like empty holders for like live stream and short posts and this kind of stuff. If you did, I deleted them from this board, and I'm essentially designing templates for the content pipeline board. So if you're drawing these things, eventually draw them from there, not from the like general marketing task board, because otherwise it will get very confusing very fast as more people are actually creating content. If that makes sense.
Yeah, let's show.
I didn't create anything yet, so.
Maybe. Cool. Okay. Well, I don't know what happened, but if you go under marketing and communications, then yeah,
But
content
I'm
production.
100% behind templating, so.
Yeah. And then if you go to board view, Stacey, on the upper tabs, then it's like essentially sorted by these. So short, post, text, article, video, long form, video, short form. It's like it's sorted by type right now, right? So the community spotlight is it's the only one that has been accomplished. So yippee I guess. But it doesn't matter. Who's gonna do my spotlight? I never had a spotlight. I want a spotlight, yo. I guess I find it fun if I'm.
Did your spotlight, yo?
No one ever did a spotlight.
Yes, we did your spotlight, yo, at East Denver in the podcast studio.
Well, yeah, it's not the same thing though, but yeah, true, I guess.
Sure?
True.
Are you sure?
Yeah, it's not the same.
I'm just teasing. Hey, if you want me to do your spotlight, I'll be more than happy to do it. It'd be my privilege.
Oh, thank you, Will. That's nice. Yeah, maybe I want my spotlight. Okay, I'm gonna go now. The little dwarf goes out of the meeting. Anyway, it was a nice call. Thank you, Stacey, for making it a great call, useful one. And yeah, I know are you a poker champion? Are you just not telling us, Stacey? Is this it?
Poker champion? Why is that? I barely play poker.
Because your Discord keeps popping up with like before it had like some type of like poker stuff. I edited the meeting link, had some issues with Zoom. See you. Okay, I have to run. Anyways, see you later.
All right.
Bye.
Hopefully I'll see you in 2 hours. If not, you understand.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for having
We
me.
hope so too. Bye, Karen.
Bye, Thanks.